What?
Let's get on with this, bounty hunter. I've troops to deploy. Darth Torman demands that I dispatch you to capture Chairman Harlan Fane of the Corellian Corporate Council.
Where can I find Chairman Fane?
Fane and the other representatives have locked themselves up in their council tower in defiance of Imperial rule. His exact location isn't known, but it is likely that he and the other senior representatives are holed up in the tower's upper executive offices.
I imagine there's more than a few locked doors involved.
Weapon emplacements, prototype droids, and a private security force of ex-military contractors armed with the best equipment money can't buy. Resistance will be heavy, but the Council Tower has several structural weaknesses we can exploit. The only thing stopping you from accessing the tower through the main lobby is sheer manpower.
I hope you're not suggesting I take the stairs.
For now, you have another option. The executive suites have a private lift that will bypass most of the intervening levels. It'll require an access key used by senior staff. Also, unless you'd like to be trapped inside a lift shaft, you'll need to attack the tower's security center and disable their lift override controls.
Solid plan, General. I've got it from here.
Once those objectives have been completed, you should have a straight shot to the upper levels. And remember, you're to deliver Chairman Fane alive and intact. Dismissed.
Wait.
Sir, they're dangerous.
Don't know the half of it.
They're also not Imperial soldiers. This is clearly a question of money, not loyalty. Am I right?
Not loyalty. Principle. I always fulfill my contracts.
Well, that helps your image. I understand, but competition is basic business. If your employer isn't concerned about keeping you, you'll always get lowballed. The private sector always needs good talent, and we'll pay you what you're worth. Why collect one paltry bounty when I can pay you a fortune in regular wages?
Take care of the Republic's price on my head, and we'll talk.
A fresh start? Harder to grease the right palm since the Prime Minister sold out to the Empire, but it's possible.
What spooked him?
It's you! Fire! Fire! We can work this out. The Empire can have Corellia. I'll slip off-world and retire somewhere in the colonies.
Make me drag you out of there, and they'll have to shoot your next press conference from the neck up.
Don't hurt me. I'm unarmed. I can't stop you. I'll go quietly.
You've obtained Chairman Fane. Good. We proceed on schedule. General, see to the bounty hunter's reward.
Yes, my lord.
Our next objective is to bring Corellia's beasts to heel. You will be the one to break them.
How do you plan for me to do that?
The Corellians cohabit with a number of species. The most numerous and organized are the Selonians. The Republic needs to see the Selonians accede to the Empire. A representative must be acquired.
There's someone specific you have your eye on?
One particularly tenacious animal leads packs of raiders to undermine our front lines. It will make as good an example as any. General Trow will brief you on the battle plan. When you have the creature, bring it to me in Axial Park.
You'll have your Selonians soon.
Trying to locate the Selonian raiders in the guts of Coronet City would be almost futile. Instead, you'll target an invaluable Selonian resource and force these raiders to defend it.
I was getting tired of chasing all my targets down anyway.
Follow the plan exactly, and they'll have nowhere to run. Selonians rely on a small breeding caste to reproduce. With their future at stake, the Selonians will have no choice but to act. Raid the Selonian warrens under Labor Valley, take your hostages, and hold them at these coordinates.
What's so special about this section of tunnels?
It's a dead end. They'll believe they have you cornered right up to the moment you cut off their only route of escape. These shock collars will keep the alien filth in line while you lead them to the ambush coordinates. When your objective is complete, report directly to Darth Torman in Axial Park. Just follow the sound of destruction.
I'm not the one who should consider surrendering.
We can respect that, right?
They can go when we're done. It's out of your hands now. Sleep tight. Your representative, Darth Torman.
Impressive. For an animal. The trap is nearly set. All that remains is to capture the last figurehead of Corellia's old regime. Corellia's Civil Police Force Commissioner. Somehow Commissioner Carter survived the initial purge of dissenters before Prime Minister Falcone delivered Corellia to us.
Did the assassination attempt spook him into hiding?
Hardly. Since the purge, Commissioner Carter has rallied the rebellion. The public sees him as the last legitimate voice of the Corellian people. Carter and his Corsair officers are the backbone of the civilian resistance.
Clobbering the local hero ought to take the fight out of them.
Shattering the people's convictions will be all too easy. Corsair's old headquarters is now a formidable fortress. Our forces are laying siege to it as we speak. Their standing orders are to block off any escape. That is all.
I won't be calling for backup.
Contact me when Commissioner Carter is in custody. My troops will cover your exit.
Well, look at you. Waltzing in here like you own the place. Come to finish what they started? Go on and kill me. You'll have 1 million citizens rioting in the streets by sundown.
Huh. Guess I'd be in real trouble if I were here to kill you.
If you aren't out for blood, why are you here?
I'm a bounty hunter. What do you think?
I think you're greedy, amoral scum, here to sell me to the highest bidder. Imperials, I bet.
I hear something. Keep this quick.
The people you're working for, they aren't spice runners or thugs looking for a quick fortune. They're despots. Do this and you'll force billions of people to bow before the Sith. Is the Empire paying you enough to clear your conscience of that?
Better they bow than continue to get caught in the crossfire.
You're a real gentleman. Thanks for the chat. Now I know that what I've been doing is making a difference. Hit him!
Surrounded!
You got me. Good for you. You want a medal? You and me, this battle, the war, not even a blink in the grand scheme of things. Corellia's been around a lot longer than the Sith's little upstart empire, and it'll be around long after the empire falls.
I make do with the here and now. Torman, the Commissioner's secure.
Good. Our forces have control of the Corellian legislature. Deliver Commissioner Carter to the Grand Assembly. Your reward will be waiting. Prepare the Commissioner for the surrender.
My lord.
Your success is noted.
So's your gratitude.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Watch these rebels sign our enemy's death warrant.
Just call me when you've got something.
Do not stray far.
Darth Torman desires your presence immediately. This way, please.
A large Republic fleet has entered the system. It includes the founder, Supreme Chancellor Jen Seros' personal flagship. These reinforcements are attempting to consolidate at the Green Gardens. You know who leads them.
Seros has been spotted.
He is a conspicuous leader. Jen Seros seeks to urge Coronet City's Green Jedi out of their enclave and press the attack. When their forces are amassed, the Republic will attempt one last offensive. You have until then to reap your vengeance.
I'll keep my visit short.
Dispose of Seros, quietly. No one must know of his demise. Bring his effects to me.
An intruder.
Go. Do your part to liberate Corellia. This is a private matter.
You don't want to get in the middle of this.
Are you certain, June?
You know what's required of you. Go.
As you wish.
May the Force be with you.
You're persistent. Stubborn. I suppose that's why you excel at what you do, but the price is high. What won't a Mandalorian put aside for pride?
What I do is who I am.
What you do is ruin lives for profit. Nothing I did altered that truth. You chose to murder Kelly and Jarl, just like you chose to kill everyone sent to bring you to justice. You could have surrendered at any time. You chose to become a murderer and terrorist. I only turned all that senseless destruction toward a righteous purpose.
Killing my associates and slinging mud, real noble.
They made their decision, just like you made yours. If using you to expose the Sith's true face has dirtied my hands, so be it. It's time to answer for your crimes.
You read my mind.
I won't be the one after all.
Now whose pride's getting them into trouble?
Savor your vengeance. It's a small victory. You've denied me nothing here. In failure, I've undone all your accomplishments. In death, I return to the Force.
I thought Jedi were supposed to be detached. Why'd you make this personal?
If you believe you can distance yourself from the harm you cause, you're deluding yourself. You're not some mindless tool. You're accountable. Your actions will catch up with you eventually.
Pathetic. I did not see Seros. You were successful?
I brought his effects, as you asked.
Good. Only Jedi would call something this fragile Battlemaster.
Battlemaster some sort of special honor?
Before our return, Jen Seros taught all Jedi the art of conflict. His death is a crippling blow to the Jedi Order. And without Jen Seros at his side, the Supreme Chancellor is exposed. Victory is close.
Don't leave me hanging.
It's encoded with Jen Seros' bioscan. Once the encryption is broken, we will know this data's true value.
I didn't come this far to let the big catch get away.
I will have the Supreme Chancellor's head. My subordinates will transmit the relevant data to your vessel when it's prepared. Until then, make yourself useful to Darth Decimus. The battle for Corellia is not yet decided. The Jedi are broken. The Republic forces are in disarray. Now is the time to strike. You will depart Corellia. Make for the Founder, the Supreme Chancellor's flagship, immediately. The Founder's landing codes will give the Republic fleet little reason to fire upon you.
You think they'll just let me fly right to the Supreme Chancellor?
The Republic should expect deception. You must make things convincing. Captain Horn has prepared an SOS signal using the Republic's ciphers. When you leave the spaceport, you will be pursued by our ships. The Republic will allow you to board, or they risk allowing one of their own to die. We will give them no time for doubt.
Will your pilots know I'm on their side?
Their orders will be to stop you at all costs. I expect you can handle it. You will reach the Founder by any means necessary. Once on board, your first priority will be to destroy all crafts in the adjacent hangars, to prevent the Supreme Chancellor from escaping.
Improvised demolition is one of my specialties.
With no means of escape, only the Supreme Guard will stand between you and your prey.
I'm ready to depart for the Founder at any time.
I will await you on the Tyrant. The Supreme Chancellor's fate is sealed.
So many people willing to lay down their lives for me. It should never have come to this. There's something I want to tell you, before you do what you came to do.
It's not every day I get to chat with the leader of the Free Galaxy.
I'd ask you to sit, but I prefer not to kid myself. I reviewed the reports surrounding the operation to apprehend you. It's atrocious. A monumental abuse of power. I don't condone what you were doing, but I understand it. It was just your job. June made it personal.
You expect me to believe you had nothing to do with this? I watched you condemn me, live on the holonet.
I authorized the operation to bring you to justice. But what June did was beyond his authority. I've already declassified the real details of yours and June's actions to the public. The fallout will be tremendous. No matter how our meeting concludes, I'll be removed from office.
I'm sure it wasn't easy to come clean, knowing your career would be sunk.
June had no right to deceive the public, and neither do I. The people must be able to believe their leaders. The false accusations will disappear as the truth is separated from the lies. It's not a clean slate, but it's what you deserve. I'm willing to take things a step further, if you're willing to work with me.
One good turn deserves another. What are you offering?
Immunity, if you're willing to show me you're not firmly in the Empire's pocket. June believed you were in league with a Sith named Torman. Is that true?
We have a partnership of convenience, that's all.
It's a partnership you should end. Torman's a monster. His troops have been butchering Corellians. On Raban, he flattened kilometers of homes, businesses, hospitals. A man like that can't be given more power. Let's fix this while we're in a position to do so.
The Chancellor wants to make a liar out of you.
I'd rather be a liar than whatever Torman wants me to be. Keep your word and Torman will disappear.
Dark Lord's good sport, at least.
I understand the risk you're taking. Thank you.
The Supreme Chancellor's been dealt with.
Good. Make for the Tyrant. The fleet will cover your escape.
We'll engage the Imperial fleet, but I'll have to survive this to hold up my end of the bargain. If you can somehow cripple the Tyrant after dealing with Torman, we can handle the rest.
I bet they barely patched the damage from the last time.
You reek of vengeance and satisfaction. The Supreme Chancellor's death has excited your passions. Relish it. Experience some small measure of what it is to be Sith. Now, deliver what I have asked of you.
I'm afraid you'll have to accept a substitution.
I expected better. This was deserved.
Rule with a clenched fist? You better be prepared to scrap.
Trusting in a tool, however useful, was a mistake. The task of delivering the master stroke I should have reserved for myself. The galaxy would know. None are beyond my reach. All would cower or they would burn. And the Dark Council would see how total victory is achieved.
Rest in peace, Torman. Just this once.
I was hoping to find you alive. Quite a narrow escape. Darth Torman was not as fortunate, I trust.
He went down with his ship.
Good. At least it's done. Perhaps it's best that I'm getting out of politics. Ranging assassinations couldn't be farther from what I've stood for. After falling this far, I suppose there's no point in trying to recover my principles. Coming clean would only do more harm than good.
You've already sacrificed your career for the sake of honesty. Why stop now?
Who benefits? My conscience? Maybe. But who else? Certainly not you. As far as anyone knows, Torman died in a foolish naval battle. Let's leave it that way.
You're a good man, Chancellor. The Republic will be worse off without you.
I'm glad you weren't the monster June made you out to be. You'll be exonerated as I promised. Even if my replacement questions the justification, overturning it would be more trouble than it's worth. I'm also sending a small reimbursement for your lost wages. It isn't much, but there are more important things than pride and wealth. I hope you'll continue to use such good judgment in the future.
I'm a Mandalorian, Chancellor. We may not follow your rules, but we've got our priorities straight. You may not know how to handle a blaster, but you're prepared to die for what you believe in. That's good enough for me. Live in honor, Chancellor, wherever you end up.